machine. Come on back down to their knees. No time to waste. Remind the slaves they ain't gonna make it out alive today.
Don't look at what's in front of you.
Ton sarro.
Get there! You are so bad!
Who's a narrator?
I destroyed the town!
I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to win.
So,
Except that he was being a
Bastian Vettel and Pierre Gasly. What has happened? We need to know who's going to come out in front.
My mommy said no more ski-dee. Well, what the hell?
No, this guy's a
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
Right foot creep.
Broken! It's broken!
Hey, what's up, everybody? Quest Arcade. Dude, the craziest thing happened. Okay, so I don't know what camera angles everybody uses. Now, I've always been a huge fan of the hood cam. Okay, I'm a hood cam guy. You know, there's some fast drivers out there that use the hood cam. Most YouTubers that you see and big streamers and stuff like that, you always see them use the front bumper cam that I'm in right now. Also, side note, I'm going back and I'm doing all of the license tests on, you know, getting gold in every single one of them. I'm on International A right now. In the master licenses, this C7 ZR1 was so fun to drive. I normally hate driving the road cars so much, especially whenever they're on regular tires and it doesn't have, you know, these are, what are they, sport tires or something? They're not slicks. This thing was, dude, this thing was, I'm going to say something weird, like, it was a romp. Is that a thing? Do you know what a fucking romp is? Anyway, I don't know. It's just a word that popped in my head because I'm old. Anyway, that Corvette is a blast to drive. Doing the license test, going back and getting all gold has been a lot of fun. With that said, I use the hood cam because I like to be able to see. I pretty much only race in sport mode, so you know I need to be able to see. I need to be able to see the cars. I don't like making contact with people. I'm not a push to pass guy. I'm not, you know, I try to be as clean as I possibly can. I will lose a race and pull over and just let you go if I do something ridiculously bad. What you just saw right there. If I do something crazy, you know, and make a mistake, I'll just let you through. It's not that big of a deal to me. I'm here to have fun. I'm an older guy, dude. I work all day. I'm just trying to have fun. You know, it's not, don't get me wrong. Live, I'm an emotional wreck. I have road rage. I'm white knuckling. I'm screaming at you. I'm calling you every name in the book. I'm hoping you die and everyone you know gets cancer. I'm a bad person. Okay?
It was a piece of shit, though.
Used to be.
I found myself struggling to get some of these gold tests in the master license. Okay, in the master license, trying to get all gold. This one in particular, I was struggling a little with. So I don't know what made me try the bumper cam. Okay, I was just like, you know what, let me just see what this feels like. This is like the first time ever. GT Sport hood cam. I've never used the bumper. I've never used this front bumper cam at all, ever. And something happened. Okay, something happened. I found myself eating my ghost alive most of the time. I found myself watching the demos and really paying attention to not just when they brake, but how much they brake. How much, not when they apply throttle to begin to exit the turn, how much throttle are they giving it? And I really started to pay attention to it. And I was like, wow, okay, hold on. I was able to just, and there was something about the bumper cam that allowed me to really start to improve. Like when I use the hood cam and I do 20 laps and it's over and over and over again, I just keep doing laps over and over. I'm not really improving. I'm like, maybe once out of every 10 laps or so, I do something nice and I hook a turn better and I get back. This bumper cam, for whatever reason, on a basically try-by-try basis, I find myself improving and eating the ghost up more and more and actually learning what I'm doing compared to the hood cam. For whatever reason, there's a disconnect in the hood cam to some degree that is, I don't know how to describe it. There's something in the hood cam that is not allowing me to improve when I continue to drive the laps over and over again. It's almost like I get numb to it. I'm not improving. But with the bumper cam, I'm able to twist the car on exit, counter steer, and really catch my slides at a completely different level than I'm able to in the hood cam. I don't know how to describe. I'm really struggling to try to describe it a little bit. I'm trying to do my best. Now, I did go on and I tried last week's daily races. I tried one daily race at Sardinia on daily race B, and I immediately was rear-ending everyone and messing everything up. I was in shame. I just turned the PlayStation off in shame after I did some pretty not so great things. Okay, so, all right, just got that out of the way. Now, hear me out. Am I about to change my view after years? Dude, it's been like 7-8 years of sim racing with GT Sport, whenever that was, on a G29. I've only had my G Pro for, since like October of 2024, and I don't race a lot. So it's just, I don't have a ton of experience with it. I'm still getting it set up, to be honest with you. I'm still not dead set on, my settings I have with the elastomers I have in the brake pedal and the sensitivity levels and all that stuff. I really don't know what I'm doing with this Logitech G Pro. I just try my best to make it work. But guys, so I don't know. Does anyone have any advice? Anyone out there, please put in the comments if you've ever done this and have raced or sim raced for years and have switched your camera angle and, it's just, dude, I don't know. And you've switched your camera angles, and what is the transition period going to be like? I'm telling you what, I don't want to wreck people. I'm a solid 35,000 DR to 40,000 DR low-level A driver as of right now. I don't want to go back into high Bs and be swapping back and forth between Bs and As. Again, I don't want to live that life anymore where sometimes I'm just pole position every race and there's nobody near me and I just win a couple races, or just be near the top, always on the podium, and not really having any challengers behind the top 5. Don't get me wrong, it's always still a good race. It's not like, oh, as soon as I'm a B, I just win all the time. That doesn't happen. I just mean, like, you know what I'm talking about, how like the top like 6 or 7 or however many competent drivers there are in that lobby, we just break away from the rest of the pack, and then it's like the top 6 drivers against each other, and that's it. There's like, I've been really enjoying being a low-level A and having some much harder competition. It's stressful and everything, don't get me wrong, but, it is nut to butt from P1 all the way back to P15. I'll be P14, and we'll be halfway through the race. I look up, and I'm like 7 seconds behind the leader, and I'm like P13, P14. It's like, okay. And then there's just a huge snake on the top right corner of the map just showing us all still together, all the arrows still together halfway through the race. And I really been enjoying that a lot. So I don't want to dip it because, I'm better than that. That's not it. I just like the competition. I like the racing is just so much more tighter. Everything is just nip and tuck with everything. I really enjoy it. Either way, I don't know. This is a really hard decision for me. But I'm telling you what, I don't know how to describe it. I can improve with this bumper cam. And I use the ghost the same way I always do. So it's not like I'm using, I changed my ghost settings and now, I'm able to, use the ghost properly now or something like that. That's not the case. It's something else. It's the fact that I'm able to I don't know how I want to say. I'm able to, my gear selection under braking, when I apply the brakes and I'm going into a corner and I leave it in the higher gear for longer, there's something about chomping on the ghost when I'm doing those things that just feels better. It feels more natural, and I'm naturally progressing while I'm driving in this front bumper cam view to where I'm able to go out there, put a slower lap in to get started. Then I just slowly start to pour it on and get faster and faster. And I'm able to, and then I think maybe taking these tests, guys, go back and take the license test. These license tests are kind of forcing me to learn some things that I knew already, but I wasn't putting into practice the way that I am now. Now that I went on the master and got gold on all the master licenses, and now I'm in international A. I'm almost done with international A. I'm almost into the last one to try to get all gold with those. And it's just, I don't know. It's teaching me to drive so much more effectively. The test that I was going through with stability, with some of the older, like the old Corvette and some of the big floaty kind of cars that are tough. The one test at Bathurst with the old Nissan, whatever, the old Fairlady, 200 SX or 200Z or whatever the hell it is, going down Skyline at Bathurst, it was just, dude, the stability and learning the stability and using a very light amount of brakes to keep the car stable while going down the hill. There was some things that I learned that I knew, but I clearly was not putting into practice. So I just want to highly recommend you go back and you revisit the license test, get into the master license section and start to do them. As you can see here, I have all gold in the normal licenses, except for in the super license because it's a full lap and I haven't done all gold in that yet. But in the master license section, I have all gold on everything except for international A is getting close to being done. And the super license I still need to do. But up until that point, guys, it's really teaching me some things that I wasn't fully doing. That, I'm aware of it. I watch the drivers, I watch replays, I watch the Ghost, I watch demos, so I'm just really worried about the transition. If anyone has a comment to let me know what the best way to try to transition from the hood cam to this front bumper cam, any tips with transitioning into the online racing in sport mode without killing everyone and absolutely destroying everyone's races, destroying my own race, dropping my SR and DR into the tank. I'd like to, I don't know if I should try to maybe get into Group 4. I normally do the Group 4, Group 3 races and faster. I don't love the car, like Group 4 and slower, I'm not a huge fan of because it's such an argy-bargy bumper car race for the most part. I'm not a huge fan of it. So I do prefer Group 3 and faster. I'm feeling like maybe I should take a step back and do some of the Group 4 racing so there's more room. Let me just tell you this. In the race, my first sport mode race in this front bumper cam, I've been practicing for a couple days now, but I only did one race online, and it was at Sardinia last week, and it was just, dude, it wasn't anything egregious. I rear-ended somebody multiple times. I didn't ruin his race or anything, but I made him slide out like once or twice and go wide through a turn. And I just lifted and didn't want to go past, just let him keep the position. And I just ended up quitting because I just felt terrible about it. And so the cars move quicker in this camera angle. And the hood view, I'm able to follow so closely and apply the brakes and get real close to you guys and like not touch you whatsoever at all. The cars seem to slow down a little bit slower for me in this front bumper cam when we are approaching the brake zone in a heavy braking zone like turn 1 at Sardinia. When I do that, I can't drive the car full throttle all the way up to my normal braking point because I'm afraid of the car in front of me braking a little bit early or braking too soon or braking harder than me and me colliding with them, because we're all doing different brake pressure depending on where we're braking and how we brake and how we drive. And I don't know what the best way to transition without killing everybody. I don't know if there's a tip other than just pulling out and not braking right behind someone. I want to make this transition, but I don't want to ruin my ranking. I don't want to destroy everyone's races. I don't know what the best way to do, but I can't believe I'm even talking about this. I always said I would never use that front bumper cam. I would never use it. I'll always be a hood guy You know, Super GT, Steve is an amazing driver, dude. He can get some top 10, top 20 times on certain tracks, certain races, and he's fully in hood view. So, you know, so I know it's possible. I'm telling you, my reaction time to catch my slides, to power slide through turns, and use my oversteer to turn the vehicle, I don't do that efficiently in the hood view. In the front bumper view, for whatever reason, when I brake, I'm able to trail brake better. I apply the brakes, I hit that apex, and when I begin to accelerate, if I accelerate a little bit too hard, I'm able to catch that slide and continue accelerating on the power and not bog down, not lose speed, and not carry the speed that I'm trying to carry. It's been working out really well, and I've been able to improve lap by lap. I felt strange that in hood view, in the hood camera, it's like no matter how many laps I do, guys, I'm like not improving. I'm not hitting better marks. I'm not braking later to try to get time. I'm not carrying more speed. I'm just repeating the same things over and over again, repeating the same mistakes over and over again. But in the front bumper cam, I'm able to feel my mistakes more. I'm able to see the mistakes and correct them on the fly and get better lap by lap. When I switched to the front bumper cam, I was able to take a half a second out of my qualifying time at Sardinia immediately, absolutely immediately. I took almost a half a second out of my best time, and that was after 20-30 laps in hood view in the Dodge Viper. Then all of a sudden, I put front bumper cam on. After 2 laps, I knocked a half a second off, and I was like, oh my god, this is what the hell was that? And I've been practicing now for a couple of days, hoping. And then, of course, Big Willow comes, and I'm really afraid to race Big Willow because I'm going to knock somebody off into the sand. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do. So, you know, I was really excited for a new week of races. I was practicing all weekend in this front bumper cam, and then it's Big Willow, and I just, you know, that wasn't a great scenario for me. You know, either way. I just let these run in the background. I just wanted to talk to you guys and see what you guys thought, and just make a video about the views that everyone uses, and give me some input down in the comments. Let me know what view you use, what you think the benefits are, if it's what's the advantage with the view you use versus other people's views. I don't know, guys. My biggest plus about the hood view is being the visibility, being able to see, being up higher, being able to see what's coming in front of you, and not having that tunnel vision of just following the car in front of you. The bad side is I'm like capped, like my skill level, my low skill level, the skill that I have. I'm not saying I'm skilled, I'm saying the skills that I do have. My average super mid skills are capped in this hood view. I don't seem to get whatever it is, whether it's my peripheral vision, whether it's the cues and my marks on the road on the hood view, and the things I'm using don't work the same for me to be able to improve the way that this front bumper cam does. The negative side of the front bumper cam is I can't see a goddamn thing. Also, it seems like the cars move so much quicker in the bumper cam to where I feel like I can follow you all the way up to the braking point, and if we both apply at a similar time, I won't hit you. But I'm so worried that I'm gonna miss my braking point. It's very awkward for me right now. So I don't know. I think I should try some slower vehicles. I think doing some Group 4, try to maybe do the daily race A without the DR updates for a little while, so people don't get so angry, and I can just apologize like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm trying to learn a new view. I'm sorry I absolutely obliterated you and sent you to Narnia, sent you to the Shadow Realm. I didn't mean to do that, but, you know, at least, you know, send myself to the Shadow Realm real quick. Hello. You know, I just let this shit play in the background, guys, while I just talk to you guys, give you a quick update, let you know what I'm up to, why you're not seeing another new race from me yet. I'm working on some content now, but the biggest thing I'm doing right now is switching my camera angle, guys. I'm telling you, man, if you're a hood guy and you just haven't got down with the bumper cam and you've been racing for a long time, give bumper cam a try again and see how it feels to you. There's something about it. It's a mix between me going back and doing the master licenses, getting the master license, getting them in all gold, and really working hard on them and trying to improve my actual driving. That's the biggest thing, guys. I feel so much more stable now. One of the biggest things with accelerating out of a corner and gaining time is being the person that's able to get to 95% throttle before anyone else and hold it at 95% so you don't spin, and then being smooth enough just to get that last 5 to 15% of throttle input once you get the car straightened up enough that you're not going to spin. These pro drivers and these A+ drivers, they're very good at hitting their marks, trail braking in, and when they start to accelerate, they go 90% throttle just so the car doesn't spin, and they hold it there the entire time while they steer out of the apex, and then slowly press the gas pedal all the way down as they get full traction when the car gets straightened up. That's the name of the game. And once you get your braking down, the next step is to get that throttle game down. And I was not being as strong on throttle on exits like the fastest people. I wasn't the best at trail braking, and I've improved that with getting a new wheel and just practicing over and over again and trying to really work on braking later and forcing myself to use the brakes while I'm turning. So now that I've gotten better at that, I still wasn't able to kind of take that next step in hood cam. I just wasn't able to do it. And now, don't get me wrong, I don't race as much as you, I'm sure. I only do a couple races a week. I only get a couple hours in this cockpit per week. But I'm telling you, the bumper cam is the way to go, and now I just got to transition. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. You already know the name. You know who I am. It's Yapping Verstappen. I yap, dude. That's what I do. I run my mouth. I talk my shit. It is what it is. But, man, I love racing. I love sim racing. I love all this shit. I'm going to start making weird content, crazy shit, whatever, just because I'm back to work and I can't make my normal videos. This one, I just want to talk about the change of the view and just try to get some advice. If you guys got any advice out there, man, I'm willing to take it. I'll probably give you some throttle and brake inputs during this race just to highlight, while I'm just driving around and just talking to you guys. But yeah, man, dude, this could be a game changer for me. If I could get down actually racing in sport mode with cars in my close proximity, am I going to take? Is this going to be the next step for me? It feels like I'm taking a step here. The car feels a part of me. It's immersive. It feels good. I'm able to adjust and make moves on the fly and adjust with counter steering and applying throttle on a whole nother level compared to the hood view. Am I crazy? Have you noticed this? Do you know what I'm talking about? Or am I an absolute lunatic and I should just go back to hood view and try to apply what I've learned and use the hood view and go back to it and see if I'm able to pull it off? Maybe I'll give it a shot just a little bit more on the hood view and try to apply some of these things I've learned. And some of these, it's not so much things I learned through the master license, it's things that I practiced and I got better at because the license tests were forcing me to do very specific things on brakes and on throttle to get gold on those master licenses that now I'm a little bit more in the race. Yeah, I might be able to do it for one good hot lap during qualifying to get a good time to be in the top 5 for the race. But then once it comes to the race and with my racecraft and other cars around me, I can't put it in practice. And then I immediately start slipping time. I don't know, guys, if you notice, my qualifying times are always so much better than my lap times in the live race. And I think this could be the key to unlock that stuff for me. And it's a little bit exciting, it's a little bit scary, but it's time to do something risky and see what happens. I'm gonna get a little risky here. I'm gonna do some things, get out of my comfort zone a little bit, and hopefully you're not in my path when I make my mistakes. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you come find me and watch these videos and understand I'm on a journey, and I'm not trying to hurt you or bother your game or give you a bad day or make you want to hurt me or anything, but man, I'm just trying to play. I'm trying to have fun. I'm trying to get faster. So if anyone has advice for me, I'd love to hear it as far as this camera angle stuff goes. And yeah, man, hopefully you guys liked the video, man. I don't know if this is different for me. This isn't what I normally make, so hopefully you don't hate it. I don't know, but I don't know, maybe I'll give you a little outro to make it worth your time. Do you think I'll flip this car over? I'll flip this car over. You ever flip a car over? Yeah, I have. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Press those buttons.
Where did everybody go?
And the British Grand Prix is go! The race lead from pole position. Piastri is now compromised and Lando Norris knows it.
You gotta give him that huck to and spit on that thing, you get me?
There's water that came into my visor. I couldn't see anything. Like a huge splash of water.
left.
Must be the water.
Virtual safety car is ending, and we can go racing again. Out is Gabriel Bortoleto. Oh no!
Must be the water.
As we go back to attacking racing at the British Grand Prix. That is Russell to the inside of Lewis Hamilton.
Another one.
Decided to amuse myself. Ready, steady, and brake testing, James May.
Why is it you think that you can handle that better than others?
Because I'm Dutch.
Here we go.
Take the penalty before.
That's it.
One point is okay, but you know, I've hoped for a bit more from P5. Today, the pace just was too slow.
And back up early, not a touch! And Hamilton and Hulkenberg come together. Damage for Hamilton and Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg is pitting with a mechanical problem. Oh, that's just wretched luck.
Hanging here like a cow.
Nico Hulkenberg, 239 starts and a podium finisher in Formula One at long last.
What is this place?
Run! It's Godzilla! It looks like Godzilla, but due to international copyright laws, it's not. Still, we should run like it is Godzilla!